So I just wanted to hop on here quick and talk about feeling like you're kind of slipping back at the moment. There was someone in the comments in yesterday's video that had mentioned that they feel like they're kind of, falling back or slipping back into old ways. Just know that right now that is going to be very common, like a very common feeling. It's going to be happening for a lot of us. I personally experienced this myself in the first couple of weeks of October, where I really felt like it was, 5 steps back compared to all of the progress and how far I've come moving forward. But that is all a part of this cycle of ego death. So as the ego begins to weaken, that will happen less and less. But initially, it's going to happen where you're, 1 step forward, 3 steps back, 3 steps forward, 5 steps back. So things like that will happen. Don't allow yourself to get caught up in that, and don't allow yourself to get hard on yourself for that, because it's not fair to you. It's the completely normal process of awakening, of becoming your true self, right? And so making mistakes is a massive part of that, and moving back to comfort zone and moving back to bad habits, moving back to things that are very familiar for you, are things that you're just going to do, and you're going to do them because they're familiar, because it's your comfort zone, because it's an energy that you have been in and have lived in for such a long period of time, that now, as it starts to crumble, as it's cracking, as the foundation of that comfort zone is cracking and you're getting ready to leave it behind, it'll stir these feelings of fear and of not being entirely sure of yourself, and so lots of self-doubt. And it's going to also stir feelings within you that, that you're just not doing the work, or that you're not good enough, that you're really not putting in enough time and enough effort. And that's, again, it's not true. Like, you're always kind of doing the best that you can. And while you're supposed to push yourself to a certain degree, you're not supposed to berate yourself. You're not supposed to sit there and completely annihilate yourself within the mind just because you're not doing exactly what you want to be doing. And there are different things that you can do to really keep yourself where you're supposed to be and keep yourself in alignment with your true self and who you're becoming. Because the practices that you can do are simple. There are things that, meditation, focus, developing discipline actually is a huge one. And me personally, I know I developed discipline through just creating new habits, doing new things, doing things differently. And that in itself is enough. People overcomplicate spiritual growth, and they think that it's supposed to be this very perfect sort of linear thing. But in actuality, it's going to look like this. You know what I mean? It's like a graph chart, literally. And you're going to have days when you're doing really, really well and highly productive and, really moving forward and really gaining traction within yourself and within your confidence. And then there's going to be days, or potentially even sometimes weeks, when you fall back, when you just go back to that old way because it's easier, because it's comforting, because it's what you're used to. And for those times and for those moments, what I've come to understand within myself is that every time that I fall back, it's never about, me focusing on me falling back. It's always about focusing on, I fell back today and I fell back again today, and whatever, it doesn't matter how many times you repeat it, but it's always about focusing on, I can move forward again. And if you get that clear within your mind, and if you understand that you have a choice all the time to just move forward again, and that you can make that choice whenever you're feeling strong enough, then you're going to know, and you're going to take comfort in your spiritual journey. It's not going to be this, oh my God, I messed up again. Oh my God, I'm not doing the work again, and blah, 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 right? It's just going to be, okay, I fell back. But you know what? I'm going to choose to move forward. I'm going to try just a little bit harder. I'm going to push myself a little harder tomorrow, or I'm going to do this, that, go for a walk, whatever it is that you need to pull you out of the funk. Don't get stuck in the funk. Don't allow yourself to tell yourself that you're not doing a good enough job just because you fall into a funk. So that's really what I wanted to say here. It's really, really important that we keep moving forward. At the end of the day, you're always moving forward. At the end of the day, it's always a choice to move forward. So just decide that I'm going to move forward no matter what. Come hell or high water, I'm going to just continue moving forward. Doesn't matter how many shitty days I have. Doesn't matter how many times I fall back. I will always keep getting up. Like, it's like every time you fall, pick yourself back up, dust off that shit, and move forward again. Okay? So that's my little weekend boost for you guys. And I love you all. Take care of yourselves and just keep moving forward, man. You're doing great. You're doing great.